Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Ray Matthew Biled. So for today, I will explain to you about the effect and symptoms of a sleep loss. So there's a medically reviewed by Dr. Raj Dasgupta by Kathleen Davis, a family nurse practitioner, on July 23 of 2020. Many people do not get enough quality sleep, and this can affect their health, well-being, and ability to do everyday activities. So, the right amount of sleep can vary from a person to person. But, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, recommend that adults get at least 7 hours each night. They also estimate that 1 in 3 adults do not get enough sleep. Occasionally, interruption to sleep can be nuisance, while an ongoing lack of quality sleep can affect a person's performance at work or school, their ability to function day by day or day to day, their quality of life, and their health. So, according to the United States Census Bureau, there is wide-ranging effects on the cardiovascular, endocrine, immune, and the nervous system. The obesity in adults and children, diabetes and impaired glucose tolerance, cardiovascular disease and hypertension, anxiety symptoms, depressed mood, and alcohol use. So many of the studies find graded associations insofar as the greater the degree of a sleep deprivation, the greater the apparent adverse effect, although the difference may not reach statistical significance. Another common finding is the relationship that adverse effects occur with either short or long sleep duration, as compared to sleep time of 7 to 8 hours. A person who is getting to little quality sleep may experience a range of many symptoms, including fatigue, irritability, mood changes, difficult focusing and remembering, reduced sex drive. Now, sleep loss effect. The immune system, sleep deprivation may cause a person to be more prone to infections, which may take longer to resolve, and respiratory diseases. Now, according to Eric Suni, a staff writer for year of 2022, the immune system is a critical to overall health, and it is a fundamental to healing wounds, warding off infections, and protecting against chronic and life-threatening illness. Sleep and the immune system have a bidirectional relationship. Immune response, like the caused by a viral infection, can affect sleep. At the same time, consistent sleep strengthens the immune system, allowing for balance and affect immune function. Now, we have here a effects of the loss, the sleep loss. So we have weight. Sleep can affect the hormones that control feelings of a hunger and fullness. So it can also trigger the release of insulin. Changes to sleep can cause increased fat storage, changes in body weight, and a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. So, according to the Center for Disease Central and Prevention, or CDC, adults ages to 18 to 60 should aim to get 7 or more hours to sleep each night. This amount increases to 7 to 9 hours of sleep for those ages to 61 to 64. Yet, as of 2014, about 35% of American adults were sleeping fewer than 7 hours each night. That one is according to Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine. So, sleeping fewer than the recommended 7 hours each night can increase your risk of adverse health outcomes like weight gain, obesity, heart disease, depression, and also stroke. So, the cardiovascular system help the heart vessels heal and rebuild and affect the process that maintain blood pressure, sugar levels, and inflammation control. Too little sleep may increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. Now, according to Janet M. Mullington, PhD, a year of 2009, self-reported short sleep duration and sleep complaints have long been associated with increased cardiovascular morbidity in epidemiological and case control studies. In a study of over 5,500 men and women, those sleeping 6 hours per night were 66% more likely to have hypertension than individuals obtaining between 7 to 8 hours per night. So there is a difference. Now, the next we have the hormone levels. Insufficient sleep can affect hormone production, including the production of growth hormones and testosterone. It also causes the body to release additional stress hormones such as norepinephrine and cortisol. Now, associations between sex hormones and sleep problems and depressions. This one is a systematic review by the MWL Morshinkov and BFP Brookman on the year of 2020. This systematic review aims to summarize and evaluate the studies that investigate the relationship between the sex hormones, sleep, and depression. Systematic search resulted 2,895 articles, of which 13 met the inclusion criteria. Depressed patients showed worse sleep levels worse sleep uh, than control, but there is no significant difference in endogenous hormone level was found. So, additionally, higher endogenous estrogen was associated with better sleep in controls, but associated between endogenous sex hormones and depressive symptoms were inconclusive. So more research can effect of sex hormones on sleep and depression is necessary. The next we have the brain. So, the brain sleep deprivation affects the prefrontal cortex, which handles reasoning, and the amygdala, which deals with emotion. A lack of sleep may also make it harder for a person to form a new memories, which can affect learning. Now, according to my research, there is a review by Dr. Brunilia Nazaria in August 2 of the year of 2022. So, during sleep, while your body is rest, your brain is busy processing the information from day and forming the memories. If you are sleep deprived, you are risk of developing a number of serious health problems such as hypertension, obesity, and diabetes. And your ability to learn and retain new information may be impaired. The next we have the fertility. Poor sleep may affect the production of hormones that boost the fertility. So, according to my research, there is also a medical review by a doctor, a registered nurse, Dr. Rachel Gurvich, on the year of 2021. So, sleep plays a vital role in our lives, affecting the quality of life, overall health, and importantly, fertility. Getting a good night's sleep helps to refresh and restore your brain organ systems and regulate the important hormones in your body, including the fertility related hormones. There also extend and health consequence according to the chronic sleep loss and sleep disorders by the Neyman et al. 1999 to 2001. Sleep loss disorders are among the most common yet frequently overlooked and are readily treatable health problems. It is estimated that 50 to 70 million Americans chronically suffer from disorder of sleep and wakefulness, hindering daily functioning and adversely affecting health longevity. Now, there are some questions about the sleep. Sleep are seldom asked by a physicians. For example, about the 80 to 90% of adults with clinically significant sleep disorder, breathing remain undiagnosed. According to Young et al. 1997, failure to recognize the sleep problems not only to precludes diagnosis and treatment, it is also precludes the possibility of preventing their grave public health, which is there's some consequence. Now, there is also according to research, the public health consequence of sleep loss and sleep related disorders are far from benign. According to Walsh et al. Of 2005, the most visible consequence are errors in judgment contributing the disastrous events such as the Space Shuttle Challenger. Less visible consequence of sleep conditions are far from prevalent, and they take a toll on nearly every key indicator of public health: mortality, morbidity, performance, accidents and injuries, functions, functions and quality of life, family well-being, and healthcare utilization. Now, according to support the statement, there is a research by by Dringes et al. Of the year of 2005, the manifestations and prevalence. Sleep loss, generally in adults, refers to sleep or shorter duration than the average basal need of 7-8 per hours per night. The main symptoms of the sleep loss is excessive daytime sleepiness, but other symptoms include depressed mood and poor memory of concentration. Chronic sleep loss, while neither a formal syndrome nor disorder, has serious consequence for health, performance, and safety. The global problem of insufficient sleep and its serious public health implications by Chat 2019, good sleep is a necessary for good physical and mental health and a good quality of life. Insufficient sleep is a pervasive and permanent problem in the modern 24-hour society. So, a considerable body of evidence suggests that insufficient sleep causes host of adverse medical and mental dysfunctions. An extensive literature search was done in all the major database for insufficient sleep. A, uh, a public health implication in this review globally, insufficient sleep is prevalent across various age group considered to be a public health epidemic that is often unrecognized, underreported, and that has rather high economic cost. This paper addresses a brief overview in insufficient sleep causes and consequences and how it adds to the existing burden of disease. Now, we also have the short and a long-term health consequence of a sleep disruption. This one by the Medic year of 2017. Sleep plays a vital role in a brain function and systematic physiology across many body systems. So, problems problems with sleep are widely prevalent and includes defects and quantity and quality of sleep. Sleep problems that impact the continuity of sleep are collectively referred to as a disruptions. So numerous factors contribute to sleep disruption. ranging the lifestyle and environment factors to sleep disorders and other medical condition. Now, the last we have is, according to Friedman 2014, which is the effects of sleep loss on capacity and effort. The sleep loss appears to affect the capacity for performance and access to a energetic resources. So this paper review research examining the physical substrates referred to as research capacity, the role of sleep in protecting the capacity, and the reaction of the system in attempts to respond with effort to overcome the limitations on capacity caused by sleep loss. The purpose of this review is to bring together research across sleep disciplines to clarify the substrates that constitute and influence the capacity for performance. Consider how the loss of sleep influence access to those resources. Examine cortical, physiological, perceptual, and behavioral and subjective effort responses, and consider how these responses reflect a system reacting to changes in the resource of environment. So that's it. My name is Ray Matthew Bilad. I hope you learn a lot about the effects and symptoms of uh, sleep loss, and please help me welcome the next reporter.